Okay. He was questioned and denied everything. He stated that the young woman was simply trying to extort money from him. He had several incidents with law enforcement, but his mild personality and a friend who was also his alibi got him off, and the case went cold. Detective Glenn Floth of the Alaska State Troopers was part of a team that found several victims in and around Anchorage, Seaweed, and Substina Valley. He contacted the FBI Special Agent Roy Hazelwood to request help with criminal profiling. Hazelwood thought that the killer was an experienced hunter with low self-esteem and had been rejected by women, and was a loner who would keep souvenirs from victims like jewelry. He also thought that the killer might have had some defect, such as a stutter. Hazelwood searched records of past criminal arrests till he found the one file that fit Hansen, who also owned a plane. With the profile and Paulson's testimony, the Anchorage police secured a search warrant to search his home, car, and his plane. On October 27, 1983, investigators found jewelry belonging to some of the victims, as well as a mass of firearms hidden in the attic. There was also an aviation map also discovered with a number of X marks on it. It was hidden behind the headboard of his bed. Many of the X marks matched where bodies were found. When Hansen was confronted, he denied everything. Then he began to blame the victims and justify his actions. Eventually, he admitted what he had done. He was confronted with the evidence and admitted to a number of attacks on women that had been going on since 1971. His earliest victims were young girls, 16 to 19, and they were not sex workers, unlike the others. Once he was officially arrested, he was charged with assault, kidnapping, multiple weapon offenses, theft, and insurance fraud. After matching bullets from his rifle to bullets at the crime scene, he entered a plea bargain with the police. He pleaded guilty to 4 counts of murder that law enforcement had evidence of. He gave information on other victims in return for serving his sentence in a federal prison and no press. Another condition of the plea bargain was to help find the other victims that the X marks on the map represented. He confirmed to the authorities how he abducted these women was the way that they had theorized, also stating he would sometimes let a victim go if she could convince him that she would not go to the police. He took the authorities to 17 graves. 12 of them were unknown to law enforcement. There were marks on the map he refused to give up. 12 young women out of 21 were returned to their family members. Hansen was sentenced to 420 years by a jury without possibility of parole. Hansen died August 21st, 2014, at age 75 at Alaska Regional Hospital due to health conditions. The movie from the case called Frozen Ground with John Cusack is the story about Hansen.